Greetings everyone and welcome back to Top Tier Arcade. My name is Steve and welcome to the Swords of Fury restoration. This should only be a one-parter. It's not that big of a restore. Technically it's more of a bit of a tune-up and clean-up, but Mayor, if you can get in. I actually got this game from my buddy Adriano and the game was already pretty much done. I got a new backlash from CPR. It's mirrored. I added LED lights. This is years ago. It's in my archive if you ever check my Swords of Fury videos. And I cleaned the playfield already years ago. I added new stickers. The only thing I want done is I'm going to be cleaning and waxing the playfield, replacing a few rubbers. If you can check Mary on to the right, I'm going to be adding inner art blades. I'm going to be adding the see-through plastic washers so the plastics don't get broken. I'm going to be adding, again, just a quick rubber change. The casters, these are a bit older and they're starting to slowly scratch and they're hard to move. And then TNT Amusements, Frank, one of Todd's employees there, I think he's one of the head guys that deals with electronics, and he's great. I spoke to Frank and met him at Allentown, over the years, in PinFest anyway. So they created a button cell battery board, and I ended up ordering it for all these games: RoboWar, Data East Turtles, Swords of Fury, and Bram Stoker's Dracula. So I'm going to first take the glass off. I'm going to do the casters first so I can move it around easier. So the casters now have been changed and the game's now very easy to move. I already fixed the pitch, which is nice. 6.5 is factory. A lot of players like it 6.8 to 7.2. I have it at a 7. That's what it was before. I played it with a 7. I like it. It's fast and it feels a little more contemporary. There are the old casters. They're more rusted than I thought. Those are done. And now I'm going to turn the game off. I'm going to remove the backlash. And I'm also going to just clean outside of the cabinet first. Again, it's dirty I've never really cleaned it after the move. Clean the entire cabinet, wipe down the legs. Later, we're going to chrome everything, side rails and everything. And then we're going to start to clean the playfield, wax it, and go from there. So I've wiped down the legs. They look great. I've taken Gojo and I just wet on the wood parts of the outer cabinet. It looks nice, has a bit of a sheen. Nice and clean. Any residue that was on now has been removed. Any dust. The back looks great. It cleaned up pretty nice compared to what it was before. And I had a little black paint and I touched it up. So that looks great. Next, I'm going to be waxing and cleaning as much as I can on the play field. So I'm going to just be using, I got this from Eddie, pinballleds.ca, as the casters are from him as well. Buddy of mine, great product, great prices, and great selection. So I'm going to use this pinball wax and the mill wax. I'm going to do it all of the play field as much as I can, wipe down any ramp, anything, and I'll show you what it looks like. Actually, before I do so, here's a top-down view. Again, it was clean to begin with, but a little touch-up now with a bit of wax will help. So I've started to clean the playfield. I waxed it. I was removing the plastics off the playfield just right there. I was cleaning all the rubbers, removing all the dirt that I can find. So far, so good. I'm going to chrome the metal momentarily, but there's been a lot of Mylar on the playfield already, but as far as the parts that aren't, it looks pretty good. It cleaned up. There's definitely dirt that came off it. It was already clean. Flippers have been all cleaned up and ready to be re-rubbered and add new flippers. So I'll be back once it's assembled and all clean. So all of the plastics, all of the rubbers have been reinstalled. New flipper rubbers as well. You can't really tell, but I put the plastic washers under some of the plastics of the high action area, new rubbers on the flippers. I'm going to be putting the apron on. I shined all the metal. Again, if you're not aware, I use, it's called Peak. And then once it's rubbed off, a bit of a hack I used with the paper towel, deox it. It takes any remaining dirt off and really gives it that shine. So that looks really nice. You can see it shining there. And then also further back there. And then obviously some parts there where the ramp is and the assembly, I've added a bit of the shine to that. So it looks great. And also the trough, I've shined that and cleaned it. Again, looks really nice. So now that it's presentable, we're almost done. I'm going to put the apron back on and I'll show you the final top of the playfield. So the game has now been turned on and let me show you the final result. Everything looks beautiful. Lights nice and bright now. Playfield nice and waxed. All chrome has been polished. All of the rubbers have been replaced if needed. New flipper rubbers. The apron has now been put on. Look at the mirror finish on that chrome there. On there, it looks great. I replaced the shooter rod rubber as well. Even now the trough, everything looks beautiful and all shined up. Next, I'm going to lift the playfield. I'm going to do what I did both with RoboWar and Atlantis and vacuum in the inside, get a old microfiber rag right there, and I'm going to start to clean the inside and wipe it down just to get rid of any lingering odors and or stains. So I lifted the playfield, and as you can see inside, it actually looks pretty clean. Now, there are some stains there on the wood that I'd like to get rid of or as much as I can. And there is the brand new coin bucket I got years ago. If you're curious what the white line is in this cord, this is for the lit flipper buttons. And I'm going to be vacuuming at the end of the cabinet there. There's some just debris and dirt. And again, wipe it down. So I'll be back once it's all clean. I'm going to just put dish soap with warm water. So the inside of the cabinet is now wiped down and cleaned. The lock came out, some permanent stains, but it looks way better. And the odors now has dissipated. That's why I've added the baking soda, just to absorb any lingering odors and smell. Quite a lot of dirt came out of, as you can see, indicative of the water bucket here. And we're almost done. Oh, let me put the coin box back. Okay. So next we are going to add the art blades. So they're going to just go there. I'm going to see if I have to do what I did with RoboWar and remove the play field or tip it so I can do it without it. All right, so that went beautifully, very smooth. Now, one thing I had to do to prepare is you see the bolt here that is holding the play field. It was getting caught on the artwork, so I had to trim it. I just measured it and I just did it. It's around inch and a half, something like that. Anyways, the whole point of it is don't be discouraged if you have to make alterations under the playfield, because you can't really see it as long as, you know, the part that's sticking out is showing that underneath. It doesn't really matter. So that actually went very smooth. And let me put on now the left side. I'll lower the playfield and let you see what it looks like. So the left side has been applied and it looks beautiful, and it went on very smoothly. It was perfect, 10 out of 10. This one was a great application. So again, what I've done is, you can see there, you line it up with black tape. I just took some electrical tape there, and you just line it up the way you want it. I did one tape here, one tape in the middle, one tape in the back, and then you peel it back, you cut, and then slowly you stick it, peel, and then, you know, take it off, cut the back, stick. Once you get around half, it's set. I mean, it's not going to really move anywhere. And then from there, you fold it back. You have to put it in here. It almost got caught. And again, that you just move it out to kind of shift the playfield a bit. Goes down, slowly do that. And, you know, if you can get like a credit card, I just used, you know, just a flat edge. It's just the back of a staples in it, but it went well. You can even do it by hand, really, if you do it like this slowly. no bubbles, and then that's it. It went through beautifully. Let me show you what it looks like down, and we're almost finished. So there it is with the play field down. Beautiful in our art blades, very simple. Very simple. So what it's doing is pretty much taking the castle stone here and that continuity here with, again, some open magic tunnels similar to there. So just continuing the artwork, nothing too flashy. I think it fits it very well, and it completes it and looks, it looks really cool. I actually really like it. It turned out way better than I thought. I'm relieved. Now, last thing to do, like I said, if you're just seeing this video, get a towel. I'm going to chrome and shine the rails, and then do the same on RoboWar, the lockdown bar, clean the glass. Boom. I use this one. I mean, it's not Invisiglass, but I still use this one. It's the best glass cleaner. I used it for my fireplace and, even parts of the house. And it looks really, really nice if you ever wanted this one. And I'm going to use that, put that on, and I'm going to show you it done, and also put the back glass back on. Make sure I clean that as well, and we are done. So before I lower the playfield, add the balls and the glass in, which has all been cleaned, this is the inside of the cabinet. I gave a final vacuum and blowout. It looks great. And I have shined and chromed the lockdown bar. Look at that. Looks beautiful. Side rails, same job. Nice and shiny. Again, almost to a mirror finish. Looks beautiful. And we are done. Looks absolutely beautiful. Cleaned all the glass, chromed all the metal parts. The rubbers have been replaced where needed and cleaned. Playfield cleaned and waxed in our art blades. Look beautiful. Chrome, look at that. All shiny and nice. New casters. The ping gulp there. The drink holder. Here's the back, nice and shiny. Looks beautiful. Let's put this in place. I'm going to say my goodbyes and final thoughts. And now Swords of Fury, all plugged in, turned on, and looks beautiful. Let me show you this. Nice and clean, nice and waxed. Art blades look great. Chrome looks nice and shiny. Now, one thing I didn't do deliberately is add the button cell battery mod to replace the AAA batteries there. Now, the reason being is TNT Amusements, Todd and crew, his lead tech, Frank, and more. He's great. He created a button cell version to make it easier, no leakage, and also easy replacement if anyone was to get the machine. But I also ordered it for RoboWar. I have one for Turtles already, and for a WPC Dracula, and I want to do a video where I do them all because they're all different systems. System ADB, System 11, Data East, and WPC. So that's why I didn't do it. But again, looks beautiful, turned out better than I thought. And we're now on to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Data East. Your next quick preview. I bought a new ramp. Marco Specialties finally had it for sale a couple years ago. And this was the only thing wrong with really the restore, because I restored the entire game. If you want to check my archives, I'm going to replace that. Some stickers for the ramp, few plastics, which is often missing. Here's a preview why. Back in the day, a lot of operators, you can see, would deliberately break that plastic because it said bitchin', which for anyone that was raised in the 90s like myself, that was kind of the cool thing to say, but maybe not acceptable to parents while playing. Neither was April O'Neil's cleavage. So, and I've seen operators actually put tape around that. Give me a break. But anyways, that is that. Thank you for checking out Top Tier. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe, please do so. Turtles is next, and we're going to have fun with that and finally replace the ramp and button that up. All the best, and thanks for checking out Top Tier. Peace.